week 4 of the high school football season. One of the big games tonight, a top 10 matchup, was up at Sam Kinnemer Stadium in Pisgah. Pisgah won that one 44-20, and joining us now is Pisgah head football coach Adam Gilbert. Good evening, Coach. Welcome into Scoreboard, and congratulations to you and your staff. Big win over a very good football team tonight there at Pisgah.
It was a great win for us. Pleasant Valley, no doubt. Coach Nix has done a great job there. We played them 2 years ago in playoffs, and then last year you could tell that they improved. And the quarterback got hurt first play of the game against us last year, and then this year he's had them off to a hot start. And they're a really good football team, very physical, well coached, and it was definitely a great game for the Eagles tonight.
Well, you talked about being physical, Coach. We were down there last week as our team of the week from last week, and I saw that football team in person, and they're a good-looking football team on the hoof, and I know that had to be a physical game tonight, but you took over this game in the second half. It was a close game throughout the first half, and talk about your football team taking over there in the second half and coming away with a 44-20 win tonight.
Well, it was good for us. We come out, throw a pick six, second play of the game, get down 7-0. Then we have convert 2 third and longs on the first drive. We answer, go down, score, and then get a stop and score. And it kind of, and then they score. Anyway, it's back and forth. It's 14-13, and we score and make it 20-13, and get a big stop, fourth down stop. With about a minute and a half to go before half, and we do a 2-minute drill and go down and score as time expires. Go up 28-13 and a half. Big for us. They get the open kickoff and go, take a nice return, drive it right down and score. And so it's 28-20, but kind of turning point was a 7 kickoff. Landon Watkins takes about 60 yards to the house, and 36-20. And our defense just stepped up, played well the rest of the night, and it was a very physical game. We was inside the red zone and didn't score once, but then we scored late to kind of put it away. But our offensive line, I felt like, played well. They stacked the box, and we moved them up a little bit, moved them around, and defensively, we bent but didn't break. And I thought, overall it was a great team win for us, especially if facing early adversity like we did.
Coach, you mentioned Landon Watkins along with Jackson Smalley. Those guys have played a lot of football, and just as you were talking, I was just sitting here thinking about those guys probably played. This is their 4th year to play, and they only know about winning, and even if they get down, they've got that resiliency to come back and make the plays, and that seemed to be very important in the game tonight.
It definitely was. We got 12 seniors. 9 of them have started multiple years. 8 of them have started since at least over 2 years. And so we've got a lot of experience, no doubt about it. Until you mentioned Chad Smith started every game for the last 3 years at guard for us, and Wes Arnold started a lot. And then we got Kate Duncan had 2 touchdowns now, and I'm going to start naming people and leave, of course, Jet. Playing well, come back from his knee injury, and all across the board we've got seniors playing. That's good to have, great leadership, because we've got kids that I don't know. I'm not a historian, I'm not a statistician, but I'd be willing to bet that this senior class when they leave will be the winningest team in history of the school for sure.
Well, Coach, this is Phil Harris. First part of the year, you really offensively, you really didn't, know where you were going to go offensively. You knew that you were going to have skilled folks and folks that could run the football. Have you been pleased with the play at the quarterback position?
No, I haven't. I've been very pleased. Cutter's a young sophomore who's playing like a veteran. He did have a bad throw, pick 6 early, and then actually had another bad one on the second drive. He was off tonight, but it was good. He's been on, and he was off tonight, and still battled and found the way. Made some big plays for us down the stretch. For a sophomore, he's exceeded my expectations to where he's at right now. He's a winner. I've always known he's a winner. A little undersized, but he plays like he's 6'4", 220, and the biggest thing is he's won the team over, and he's only going to get better from here, but I've been very pleased with him so far.
Well, Coach, one more question. I know that the first part of first part of this year, coming into this season, you did have a lot of question marks. Of course, the 5th game you had, and then your second, the second game was a win over Section. This game was probably kind of sort of a measuring stick for your football team, a good confidence builder. Do you feel that way after this ball game?
I do. We told our team, Lord, springtime we played Marion County and finished state champ. They had a good opener jamboree, top 5 team in 4A. Of course, 5's 5. I don't know what else you gonna say about them, And then, tonight, Pleasant Valley, stinking good. Plainview, maybe the best team they've had in the last 10+ years. So, which I've told Coach Pruitt, he did a great job scheduling, because if you got big aspirations, you got to play good football teams, and we've definitely been challenged. And our kids know that. I mean, we want to be challenged. They want that, and so when you get big moments like Jeff said earlier, our kids have been in it and they're used to it, and that makes a difference. I do believe that. So confidence builder, maybe. I don't think we ever really lost it. Our feelings hurt it second half of 5 for sure. I put that on me for not having enough bullets in the gun, but our kids don't struggle with confidence. They really don't. They expect to win. It's the foundation's been laid around here for the last, 5-6 years, and so. I mean, our kids are always confident. They was underdogged tonight by a lot of people. I mean, I'm not going to lie and say that they weren't a little ticked off about that, and which is good, But it's not a disrespect towards anybody. It's just our kids just expect to win.
They met the challenge tonight, and Coach, I know the next 2 weeks, you mentioned Plainview next week. They're unbeaten 4A team. Then after that, you've got Randolph, so back-to-back 4A teams, so you're playing up. And so there's a couple of challenges ahead for this team the next 2 weeks.
Sure, it is. And, we don't ever look more than 1 week ahead, but I heard Randolph had a big win tonight versus Westminster. And like I said, Coach Pruitt did a great job scheduling, and because that's what you want. And we got 2 challenges ahead of us, but we'll worry about Randolph a week from now. Right now, we're going to worry about the Bears up the road, and the real Coach Pruitt, as we all say. And I told Luke and Jeremy that. So, but he. The real Coach Pruitt and Jeremy and the staff's got them rolling well. They're massive up front, and they're doing a lot of things just on both sides of the ball, playing a lot of kids, and they look the part and they play the part, playing with confidence as they should, and it's going to be a big challenge for us, but a challenge that we're excited about.
Well, Coach, congratulations to you and your staff and the team there at Pisgah tonight. A big win, 44-20 over Pleasant Valley. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us tonight on Scoreboard.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for what you do.
That's Coach Adam Gilbert from Pisgah. They had a big win.